As a diagnostic tool,
I wanted to see something in 5 minutes.
Really quick snapshot.
Definitely this.
The best way to mitigate a house.
Well, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, Bill Broadhead. I've been a radon person for 30, 40 years.
I'm Tyson Bronis. I'm with Radon Rescue 911 out of Wasilla, Alaska.
I'm Brian Coy. I'm with 5280 Radon Mitigation in Denver. I'm also the president of Rocky Mountain Chapter of ARST.
I'm David Lawson, owner of Lawson Home Services. We're radon mitigation and testing. We also do home performance.
So I'm Brent Olbert. I'm the owner of Professional Discount Supply in Colorado Springs. We're a family-owned, independent shop for over 200 different products for radon mitigators and testers all across the country.
So what are your thoughts?
I like the idea. I think it'll be a benefit to us as mitigators.
Well, I like that you have the ability to take readings from different areas within a space simultaneously. So you
Right.
can kind of try to track hot spots and things like that and really figure out the best way to mitigate a house.
This, to me, is it's not the first sniffer, but it's first of its kind, where you can deploy multiple locations in a household. You can have readings that are so quick. Drive time, the amount of time that mitigators spend in each house. Time is money in any industry.
Of course.
So now it's, all right, let's do the science and let's find out where we actually have to put this thing to get PFE and to get rid of the radon problem, because you can't poke and hope anymore. You have to really know what you're doing. So
Which are you the most excited for?
As a diagnostic tool,
Yeah.
it's going to actually help me figure out where the particular source is coming from and how.
Having multiple monitors there allows you to compare at that same moment, the crawl space is this level, the middle of the basement is this level, and the sump pump is this, and that's there. So within 10 minutes or so, you'll have two readings from this, and the two readings give you an idea that, there's a little bit difference, and now I'm not seeing any or seeing slight. Well, maybe we need to extend it a little bit longer, and we can leave those in longer, and these other two are exactly the basement, so we'll go let those cool off outside, and then they start to lose the counts that they previously picked up when they're exposed to low radon outside, and then you can move them. Let's try these two other locations and move these around.
and it looks great. I mean, you get this cool carrying case. You got 4 of these sleek trackers and
One app, you see everything in one app.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the scenario of you using it? How you think
Well,
it's going to change your experience?
I can see a lot of different scenarios where you have multiple slab levels and foundation zones, and you really want to try and focus your efforts on one area over another, and this will help you to kind of determine where your hot spots are, so you know where the radon's coming in at.
The kit that you developed here with 4 monitors allows a radon mitigator with I've got this house, it's not passing, he can go and he can put this in the sump pump and this one in the crawl space and this one near an outlet that's a pipe through the wall that may have radon coming from it, and this from maybe the room to get the background reading.
I think it's going to make things a lot easier for these houses from heck. These house from heck calls I get all the time. It's going to be nice to have another tool to recommend rather than just
That's the only
experience.
option.
Yeah, just like, probably this. Now, it's always nice to come up with tools where you could go, definitely this,
So you use it post-mitigation as well? In this case, right?
Yeah, this case is post-mitigation, but so we get calls for homeowners who are looking at lowering energy bills. So we go in there on the energy audits, and we'll actually take one of these and place them, maybe depending on the house, multiple levels, and then get an idea of what is the radon level while we're actually doing our inspection.
Okay.
From there,
Like additional things.
Additional. It's just a quick little test, and within an hour we have a number, and then we can talk to homeowners. You really should considered actually testing, and then we'll actually place a CRM over that 40-hour period to actually get a more reliable test from that. But it's a really quick snapshot while we're there for that, a couple hours.
Right, and that's enough. And that it gives you confidence that yes, inspection or actual CRM is needed. Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's additional revenue because now the homeowner says, yeah,
Of
you know what,
course.
let's go ahead and test, and then we place it. It saved me a trip because I'm not coming back to place the CRM, months down the road when they decide to test. I just pull my CRM out, place it, and then I come back in
Then you walk
2
in
days
with
and
all kinds of equipment, and your customer's like, wow, this
Yeah.
guy is serious.
so this adds on for homeowners. So that, for us, we're able to offer more services to them,
Yeah.
but we can quickly do it so we can get something reliable. So,
Yeah.
So
Oh.
when I do training with real estate agents, I show them these devices so they know what
For
homeowners
real
could
estate.
actually have. So,
Okay.
It also allows you to go into a house as a radon mitigator and go, what am I being exposed to? It could be a very handy kit for radon mitigator for both his safety and for maybe for even his sales and working with the customer and for finding those problem jobs. Okay?
Do you want to share a specific story or?
Well, I
example?
presented a course, and that'll be up on my website, and that'll be a case study house.
Okay.
And in this one, we had a house that had 17, and it only came down to about 6 picocuries.
Okay.
And so I went to the house, and we put one monitor in the basement, one on another level, one at a floor drain, and one at the entrance to the crawl space. And the floor drain was very high, so we knew, that's an issue, because that was high and it wasn't treated. So we immediately picked that one up. And it went so high that I wasn't able to use that monitor again because the background built up too much.
Okay.
But the crawl space was just 2 picocuries higher, very small difference between that and the room, and it was open. It was an open doorway, and I couldn't get into it, but at the entrance showed just that little bit which said, aha, that area is higher, okay, by a small amount, and it would be hard to see that without an instrument that's sensitive enough.
I had one case where the radon levels were still elevated after a mitigation system. I had 2 penetration points,
Oh.
basement and a slab. But we still had elevated levels. We reduced it, greatly. But when we went in there, we placed these around the basement, and as we're watching them, everything kind of equalized out. But then we noticed that two of the devices were actually starting to decline. Just slightly, but it kind of indicated, okay, what's going on in these 2 corners of the house. And we found out that's actually, we had a water pump on one side and a sink on the other. And, well, now
Okay.
we had, once we came to, okay, well, what's going on these areas? So then we turned on the water and we noticed that they started to rise closer to the water sources. That's when we determined that this actually house had radon in the water. We got half the reduction from the radon in the soil, but the other half of the radon was actually coming from the water source.
Yeah.
So that's when we went back and actually then did radon mitigation in the water. So with this device, it's in less than an hour, I could actually pinpoint with relative confidence that, okay, it's probably a water issue. From there, we went ahead and collected water samples, tested, and we had 88,000 picocuries in the water.
Oh my
for an
God.
area that we've told there's no radon in water.
When you're in a house looking for a problem, radon's very low right then. Because it's during the day, it's beautiful, and there's warm, it's warm out, it's warm in the outside, and there's no what we call stack effect. And that's when the house is heated and warmer than outside, and that happens at night more so. And so sometimes radon levels build up at night, but then come down, so you could leave it overnight, leave it for a day or two, and it also will function hourly and give your hour by hour and show the hourly change as the nighttime goes.
CRM mode.
In the CR, it's got a sniff mode, and it's got a what you call a CRM, which means continuous radon monitoring. It just means it measures every hour.
Yeah.
Over there is
Yeah.
the CRM mode, so it has enough sensitivity to measure and see hour by hour variations.
Thank you.
Okay.